Hi everyone, welcome back to the next episode of my planning adventures. I thought today what would be good would be to walk through my flagship planner and talk about why I use it, how I use it, and what I would like to do with it moving forward. So this is it. It's the A5 kikki.K cute planner that's the large size with the watermelons on the front, and it's a fabric one, so it does, you probably can't see it, maybe you can. It's pretty grubby right now. Needs a bit of a clean, and when it does get really dirty I do wipe it down with a baby wipe, but to be honest with you, it spends most of its time open on my bench in the kitchen, and I use it every day, so I actually don't see the dirt a lot of the time, which is a pretty bad thing to say. But anyway, let's get started. This is what you see when you flip it open. This dashboard I made myself a while ago now, and as you can see, it's a little small. It needs to be redone. I'm sort of a bit over it. I don't look at it that often, but that will be one of our projects that we will do going forward in my adventures, is creating a new dashboard here. This is pretty functional. This is my word for the year. Because I've been suffering anxiety pretty badly. I'm on the mend now, but yeah, I still get on and off, as we all do, those things cropping up. So I wanted to remind myself this year, every time I flip open the planner, I see this here. And this was just a gift tag that I watercolored the lettering and stuck it on. Sticky notes, a washi card, which I use a lot actually. It's my favorite washi card. And more sticky notes, bigger ones, some functional stickers, notepads. I think there's some more washi here, there you go. More little sticky notes, and then behind here is all of my planning stickers that I carry about with me just if I'm on the go, which is funny because this planner is never on the go, but what do you do, hey? On the other side of the dashboard, I've got the stickers that are pre-punched. So these ones actually came with a lot of my kikki.K stuff. You get a lot of pre-punched stickers, and that's just what I keep there. The first divider is P for planning. Very inventive. And I made this when I first got this planner. They were made for this planner, and I love them very much. I decorated both sides. So now, what I have been using in the past, and I'll flip it open to show you, this is actually the kikki.K cute diary, the desk diary. It was a daily layout, and I bought it and I chopped it up and punched it in. I did that last year because when I first bought my planner, I already had this diary, and even though I knew that I love day to a page, don't get me wrong, I do, it's my preference, but I'm a mum of 2 little kids and I have a pretty busy life, and even though I love to write everything down, I also don't necessarily have the time to decorate every 2 days, which is pretty much the point of all of these planning adventures. I'm a little bit unsure about what's going to happen with this diary actually, because we're on a budget, being a family, and I don't really want to turf it, but I also know that Day to a Page is no longer working for me purely in terms of time to decorate, because I do like to decorate. Anyway, how I normally would have done this, you can see I ruled lines down the middle. Here's my schedule down this side, and these are my to-do lists, which I've broken up into chores, things for the kids, and then things that are for me. So that's sort of how that looks. I spruced that up a bit there, sticky notes and stickers, and yeah, like I said, I do love the daily layout. It's just no longer feasible for me to sit down. I used to sit on the couch every night and spend an hour and do the next 2 days, and so forth. But these days I'm trying to run my Etsy store, I'm trying to do these videos, I'm running kids to school, kids to swimming, kids to dancing, all that sort of stuff. I'm sure all the mums out there are going, yep, me too. So I just don't have time to sit down. The time that I was sitting on the couch at night doing it, I'm now in front of the computer working. So it was starting to become a chore. And it also occurred to me that the things I was writing down on my daily to-do lists were the same every day. So that, to me, I decided that I wanted to try a weekly layout, which made me, like I said, I'm a little bit unsure because I've already purchased a whole 12 months of this diary, and without trying to sound like I'm penny pinching, I don't want to not use it. I don't want to just chuck it out, but we'll work on that as we come to it. So anyway, this brings me to 2 weeks ago when I did this one. This is my first weekly layout that I tried. I liked the idea of the grid paper on one page with a sort of, I'm going to say bullet journaling style. It's not really, so please excuse me all you bullet journalers out there who are going, but yeah, that's sort of what I had in mind. And then these are actually from a blog. The lady's name is Eliza Ellis, and these are free printables from her blog. It did have an extra, like another side. It was the two-sided layout, but I put the grids in instead. And what I've done here is I've used the same color-coded system I use in my personal planner. So things written in blue I know are for my son. Things written in pink are tasks for me. Things written in purple are for my daughter. And things written in green are either specifically relating to the family as a whole or something that's my husband is doing. Because things that he do obviously relates to the family as a whole. So that's what those colors are, and I know that at a glance I can read down the day's schedule and see who's got to go where without having to write a big essay about it. I don't like planning in black. I know that I've just said something that's going to have a lot of people surprised. I know a lot of planner girls out there love black. I'm not a black person. I love color, so that's why I chose to do it this way. And then on this side, I made up these weekly tracking stickers for me, but they are available in my Etsy store, but so that I could track those things that I was writing every day and just tick them off every day as I went along. And there's some mini ones as well, which I actually really love. I think they're really cute, which would suit, well, these would suit any size planner really. These would work just as well in a personal as in an A5, but these little ones particularly are cute in the smaller planners. So that's how I set that up with the weekly tasks, things that were related for me specifically, and then the basic sort of some to-dos, and you can see I did not iron that week, and just some notes. So that's how that looked. Now, I liked this layout. I really liked this, but these long skinny boxes didn't really work for me, just because, as you can see, I've written everything here and I had a great big blank space down the side, which is why I decorated with these beautiful stickers over here. But I really was a bit, I could not have squished more than 4 things on the box without writing a double column, and that sort of is not it's not a world ender, but I didn't like it. So as beautiful as it was, I felt like there was a lot of wasted space here that could have been utilized better. So however, Eliza has a huge range of printables on her blog, so I decided that I would try a few of them that I thought might be relevant. She has weekly layouts, daily layouts, 2 days to a page, like you name it, A5, A4, all sorts of stuff. But I've picked a few, and then beyond that we're going to start branching out and trying even more new things. So then this week, or last week, whatever week it is now, I tried this one. This was another one from her blog, and this time I used the other half, the other page. This is very similar to what went along with that one. Slightly different, but if I can find it later, I'll show it to you. But anyway, so this one had the boxes, which meant that there was a lot less wasted space, more vertical space. I always thought I was a horizontal planner until I actually went back and physically looked at my layouts and realized, no, I'm not. I'm actually working vertically. So these suited me better because they had a bigger area to write in, and I didn't mind this at all. This didn't really suit me. I really liked the idea of it. I'll just move that. You know, I liked the idea of having the to-dos, the dinner planner, and all that sort of stuff, but I already have a separate dinner planner. I've written things in here just for the point of trying it, but I have a separate dinner planner that I use, so this is kind of wasted for me. And the to-dos, yeah, I liked the way they were laid out on the grid paper more than I liked what I've done here. Although I did fit my weekly stuff in still. And then there's just a note section there, which that was fine. This under here was another box that just said notes, but I didn't understand why I needed 2 notes, because I don't. So that's fine. I covered that over. This post-it note was actually, it's actually my son's, and he gave it to me and told me to use it in my planner. So that post-it note set the entire color scheme for the whole spread. So yeah, now I did really like this a lot better than I liked the other one, but, and this is going to sound really nitpicky, I prefer Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I got really confused. I was always looking at the wrong day all week long. So this is today, the 27th. But I really liked how it decorated out, and I didn't feel like the space was as wasted because I still had room to actually write. But yeah, I probably would have done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sorry, Eliza. It's really horrible. Now this sticky note, once again, everything's color-coded, and my daughter currently has an ear infection. So I stick these sticky notes in to let me know what medicine I've given her and why. And obviously I know it's her that's had the medicine because I've written it in purple. If it was for my son, I would have written in blue. If it was me, I would have written it in pink. And sometimes I do have a sticky note that has lots of different colors on the same day. So there, now I'll just move this off. When I put my inserts in, these actually are just decorated like this purely so that when I look at my spread, I've got a nice border on the side, because until I decide what I want to do with the kikki.K one, it's still in here. And I didn't think that the yellow really matched with the colors that I had here. So I just decorated the borders of the pages that I wasn't using and left it there. And then what I usually do is my bookmark goes behind, and then I clip it so that I can still turn this week. But otherwise, if I put the bookmark in front, it covers up half my layout. And as much as it's beautiful, I prefer to actually see the page. So that's how I do that. Now the rest of this section, obviously going forward, has just got, this is next week, and I actually just broke one of my own rules and just penciled in, well I say penciled in, but you can see what I mean, what's happening, so that next week when I do my actual layout, I can flip through these pages and just transfer it over. But I'm going to leave these in here until I decide what I want to do going forward, because it does have a lot of appointments and stuff in it. You can see how I mark my appointments before, because I usually would set it up and do it all pretty. I would not normally just write directly onto the page, but I have for now. Anyway, moving on. So this second section, these will need to change. I don't want to take the dividers out, but I may need to change the letters. I did have my diabetic stuff in here, which is why that's a D. But if you watched my other video on my diabetic Dura, you will already know that this has been since removed. So now this kind of just has odd information in it. So it's got a pocket that's got like, you know, my son's got a hearing referral, and it's got a couple of business cards. It's just for, you know, stuff. Once a month we have dinner at my nana's house and to see my Auntie Sandra when she comes home, and that's the dates there. Some notes for me to go over when I see my son's childhood psychologist in a couple of weeks. So that's just that. I don't know if that's going to stay there or not. I haven't decided yet, and that will be part of what we do when we go forward. This here is F for finances. This I'm going to expand on. This is my budgeting and section of my planner. This used to be at the front, but I've moved it now to put my receipts in. So when I buy things, I just stick it in there, and then once a week when I sit down to do my budgeting, that's where they all are. Here's my overview, and then I've just got, I'll show you a blank one because it makes more sense. There we go. Here we go. This is what I have. We get paid on a monthly basis, so I mark out week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and if you're very unlucky, week 5. And then obviously here's my groceries, petrol, expenditures, and some notes. And I split everything down. I track everything to the very last cent. Now that's all that is in this section at the moment, are these layouts, but I also would like to do up some inserts to show like the savings accounts and savings goals and all that sort of stuff. So this section for now is pretty small, but it will be getting an update. Now this section at the back, when I originally bought this planner and made it, this was M for me. or miscellaneous even, but me was the original intention, and I really wanted to just have things in the back of my planner for myself. And I was imagining like coloring pages and inspiring quotes and things like that, but to be honest with you, it's empty. I never used it. I had so many functional uses in my planner, and my diabetic stuff actually took up so much room that by the time I had my daily planner pages and my diabetic journal in here, I actually couldn't close the planner. It had to lay open because it had half of the information on either side. I physically could not shut it. So that's part of the reason why I took it out and put it in the dory. But this section is really neglected. I have a spare ruler in here. I didn't even know that. Surprise. And this actually is one of the dividers that came with the original planner, and it is only in here to stop the page curl. If you've got a ring binder, you'll know what I'm talking about. And here's my notepad at the back. And obviously that's my pen. So yeah, that's what my planner currently looks like. And I wish I could keep up with the date or page, but I just can't. However, that said, I really enjoyed doing these weekly layouts. Spending an hour or 2 hours just mucking around and doing my own thing enables me to get my personal planner set up for the week, my A5 planner set up for the week, my diabetic diary if needed, and my journal and my work diary, all of those things. Whereas before, I could spend 2 hours decorating and I would only get halfway through a single week in a single planner. So I have to say that the actual weekly experiment so far has been a success. Now, these are the layouts that I'm going to try next week. Also, it's another one from Eliza's blog. I am pretty sure that I'm going to want something with the week on one side and then the grid paper on the other side. But before I make that decision, I wanted to trial another one of her layouts with a week on 2 pages and just see. I did try at one stage the inserts that come with the kikki.K, which are just a standard horizontal week on 2 pages layout. But I found that because there was nowhere for me to write my to-do lists or my notes, that I had an extra note page like this punched in between, and it was annoying having to flip it over all the time. So I thought I'd give this one a go purely for the fact that the days are there, there's a to-do, there's a notes. I don't think I'll keep this layout, but I wanted to give it a go just for the sake of doing the experiment. And I really love how beautiful her inserts are. She really designs a really nice insert. So that's what they look like blank. So I'm not going to do that now because I don't want the video to go forever. But once I'm finished here, the next video we will decorate these, and I'll show you how I go about doing my week. So yeah, that is going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!